Simplest approach to obtain your PR in Australia is to enroll in any course that makes you eligible for the desired outcome. Many people end up going to Australia after completing the course which are not much in demand there, so it is always better to prepare in advance for the courses that are demanding and plan your career according to it. See, Australia needs competent immigrants with strong educational backgrounds to contribute to its national economy. Hello and welcome to EduTrainex, one of the best online platforms for PTE preparations and your buddy to guide you through the visa application process. I am Nandini Watts, and today in this video I will tell you about the top courses to study in Australia to get PR, that is permanent residency visa. Do you know about the huge increase in Australian PR? Know more about it and what it means to you by watching the video on our YouTube channel. The link I'll put in the description below. So without much further ado, let's get started. To obtain PR in Australia, you must have a specialized vocation, and this is mostly applicable to occupations like doctor, engineer, dentist, social worker, mechanical engineer, chef, psychiatrist, etc. So generally speaking, it is comparatively easier to get a PR invitation for a profession that is great demand there and for which very few people have the necessary qualifications and expertise. So the first thing you should remember is that the course you select must align with your previous education. That is, it should match your previous education. Now you have to be mindful that courses are just a part of getting the PR. It is not the only thing. You also need to have other qualifications like age, English skills, work experience and many others. Now let's move on to the courses. The first one on our list is engineering. So there is a high demand for engineers in Australia, especially civil and mechanical engineers. So you can pursue this degree in any of the universities offering Bachelor of Engineering degrees in Australia. So it is usually a 4-year full-time degree. You can jump up to PhD degree after the honours degree with many scholarships. So because of its high demand, international students can secure postgraduate employment to get PR in the skilled migration program. So your employment can assist you in obtaining Australia PR through an Australian Skill Nominated Visa 190 or Skill Regional Visa 491 or even an Independent Skilled Visa 189. Next is IT and software engineer courses. So with the boom in technology, there is a very high demand for IT security and software engineers. Many big organizations are willing to offer an employer sponsorship temporary skills shortage 482 visa, and if you're not eligible for a state nomination. It is better to study IT in the regional area for permanent residency through Visa 491 and Visa 190 streams and for career development, especially in developing regions of Australia. Now you can choose from different fields like cybersecurity specialist, analyst programmer developer, software engineer, application programmer and ICT business analyst. So to pursue a career in any one of these fields, it will be preferable if you take science in your 12th itself. So usually a bachelor's degree in IT requires 3-year full-time study in Australia and a master's in IT is for 2 years. Skill assessment for IT graduates in Australia will either need a professional year program or 1-year work experience. And then the next one on our list is that of a teacher. So although this field has not been included in the priority migration skilled occupation list, but it is still in demand in Australia. A university qualification is required to work as a teacher here. You may choose to complete a 4-year bachelor's degree that might qualify you to become an early childhood teacher, primary school teacher or secondary school teacher. So if you already have a bachelor's degree, you may choose to study masters in teaching. Universities in Australia do run a double degree program for people who want to teach in a specific subject. For example, the University of Adelaide runs a Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Music course, which can make you eligible to get registered as a teacher and build your expertise in some specific areas like including music. Now to get a job as a teacher, you will need to get yourself registered as a teacher after completing your course. So typically, students who graduate with a bachelor's or master's course in teaching and education will be eligible for skill assessment with Australian Institute for Teaching and School Leadership. Along with that, you will have to satisfy the English requirement. Next comes nursing. So registered nurse or enrolled nurse. Registered nurse are in extremely high demand in Australia and have been prioritized for permanent residency through skilled visa 190 or 491 in each state. Nursing is one of the most desired courses in the health industry in Australia and has very high prospects of getting PR because of its affordable courses and quick to get registration. The Bachelor of Nursing is usually a 3-year full-time course. If you want to know about the admission process and what all courses to take in nursing and which universities offer this degree, then you can watch my video Studying Nursing in Australia. The link I'll put in the description below. You will have to get registered before starting to work as a nurse. Keep in mind that to be a registered nurse, English requirement is relatively high in the health industry. So as a registered nurse, you must work for 3 months to acquire a positive skill assessment from Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency. Next is medical. So medical degrees like MBBS and MD in Australia are expensive and it can take up to 7 years before you can apply for PR. However, if you are interested in the job, it might be worth it since it is highly paid, and as I already said that there is always a demand for medical professionals. You may opt to be a medical practitioner, resident medical officer or general practitioner. Highly skilled medical professionals always have to register to work in Australia, and this certification must be recognized in Australia itself. So with the work experience, you can get permanent residency in Australia either with a skilled visa option or through an employer sponsorship program. Next is trade courses. The trade occupations must complete a job ready program to get a positive skill assessment from a trades recognition Australia with a minimum of 12 months full-time work experience or equivalent. Keep in mind that trade courses graduates can get only 18 to 24 months temporary graduate visa. However, the trade workers are in very high demand in Australia, and if you have a good plan, you can get a permanent residency in Australia on a budget. So among the trade courses, you can be a motor mechanic, and to pursue a career in this field, you can study a certificate 3 or 4 in automotive. Generally, it takes 2 years to complete, including a certificate 3, a certificate 4 and a management diploma. Now, if the art stream interests you more, then the next course is just for you, that is hospitality. So do at least 2 years of diploma in hospitality, especially in chef if you are into baking, cooking and hotel management. Most of these courses include a compulsory vocational placement that exposes students to real-world work situations, because Australia is very much concerned that you know how to do your job exceptionally well. If you are a chef, then you must be used to all the complexities of job. However, the most popular pathway is to start to study Certificate 3 or 4 in commercial cooking because of its way to a temporary graduate visa 485. You will need this visa to do this job ready program and seek nominations from states. Otherwise, at least 3 years of full-time study will be sufficient to obtain a bachelor's degree in hospitality management. If you're good at maths and have a special interest in calculations and stuff, then you can choose the commerce stream, and then you can take a bachelor's and master's courses in accounting and other related courses. Like medical professionals, accountants are also in high demand in Australia. So these are the courses that would help you to get PR. There are many benefits of getting PR in Australia. Like once you have the PR status, then you are free to choose any job that you are interested in and work without any limitations. However, exceptions are still there. So due to Australia's strong and improving economy, the job market is booming. So make the most of it by selecting the right course, which has the highest PR prospects and continues to be in demand in the near future as well. So that is all about the top courses to study in Australia to get PR. Stay tuned for more informational updates like this. Till then, see you. Take care.